Well, hello everyone. I'm Mohamed, Director of the Muslim Studies Program, and welcome to this informational session on our new Cairo Education Abroad program. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Ayman Mohamed.
Hello, everyone. This is Ayman Mohamed, Assistant Professor at the Linguistics, Languages, and Culture Department, mainly teaching Arabic and sometimes Integrated Humanities and these courses. But to start, just I give a brief introduction, then we'll move to the important information that you may be interested in, how the process will go on. So this proposed program in Cairo this is the first year to launch it, and it is focused on humanities, global studies, and political Islam, and these courses, and to just to highlight something here, it's not a language program. For the like my colleague in the department takes a language program to Jordan, but this version of our program, of Cairo program, will not be focused on Arabic, as I have received questions on that. So it will give one credit in Egyptian Arabic as a crash course, and will be hosted by the Hidayat Institute that you will hear from Dr. Hidayat in a while. And then this institute also has Arabic options for those who are pursuing Arabic, and you will hear about this soon. But this program should be an interest for people studying history, Islamic studies, anthropology, political science, international relations, sociology, focus on Egypt, Cairo, the role of Egypt in global studies, in art and humanities, integrative studies in art and humanism, Muslim studies, Middle East, and Arabic studies, and so on. So I will also not take much, as we want to hear more about the actual logistics and the details from the Education Abroad Office and from Cairo. Okay, so let's see if we can hand it to Hailee.
Hi everyone, my name is Hailee. I'm the Education Abroad Program Coordinator for the College of Arts and Letters, and I'm working with Ayman and Mohamed on this program. So I can run through a couple of things that I think you might have questions about, and then feel free to pop in as I'm talking to ask any questions you may have. So to apply for the program, you just have to go to our website, the Education Abroad website, and then you would click on the apply button, and it's going to take you to a new Education Abroad portal that you'd click on, and in that portal you can search all of the programs that are offered at MSU. When you apply, you'll be charged a $100 application fee, and that is refundable if you withdraw from the program. But once you commit to a program, you are charged an additional $200, and that's non-refundable, but that cost goes to the program fee. And the program fee for this, this specific program was just finalized today, actually, at $4,220 for 49 days on site. So that's a really great price for the experience you'd be getting. Scholarships, they can also be found on the EA website, and I'll put links in the chat for all of this too. There's a tab for planning your program. You'd click on that and you'd look at funding options. So there are scholarships through the EA office where I work, and you can qualify for those simply, or be considered for those simply on your application. You would check a box that says that you're interested in being considered for scholarships. And once you check that box, you'd be considered for all of the scholarships our office offers. And then I would also encourage you to apply for scholarships through your own college and through the university as a whole. Secondly, financial aid is applicable for this program. So you have a minimum of 9 credits. And if you go to the program website, which again, I'll put in this chat, you can click on a sample cost sheet, and you can print that out and bring it to a financial aid meeting. And I'd recommend going to the Office of Financial Aid to talk about it and see what you qualify for loans, scholarships, and potentially grants. And another thing I wanted to mention is that our office has an advising center. It is run mostly by our peer advisors. We have walk-in hours and we have Zoom hours, and you can find all of that information on our website as well. So I will put all of those links in the chat for you to access. And does anyone have any questions about the logistics of this? Has everyone been on our Education Abroad portal? New thumbs up if you have. Great. Okay. Yeah, so it's brand new, and if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email in the chat as well. All right, thanks Elaine too for typing in there. And I'm always available for any questions you have about all of this. That's the real quick synopsis of the logistical side of, applying to the program. And if there's no other questions, I'll pass it on. Okay.
Yes, I wanted to just note that when you get into the program website, look at the listed courses and check with your advisors on what courses you want to pursue. Okay, and then we can meet. You can meet with me and put a plan for that. The minimum as we put in the website is 9 credits, two courses, two content courses, and 1 credit of
Arabic.
Egyptian dialect. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure, like when you have a meeting, that you have a clear idea what courses you want to take. We want to have a plan ahead of time with your advisor. I cannot advise much because I'm not into these majors. So please come up with a plan and feel free to reach me anytime and Hailee for other logistics. Okay. So now, Hailee, would you have? So I got some questions about the estimated cost.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you have a number to share?
Yep. So the program fee is $4,220. And if you look at the program website link I just put in the chat, you can open that up. And if you scroll down on the program website, it will, let me see what it looks like. I can share my screen too really quickly if that would help. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so this is the programs page. And then if you scroll down to, where is it? Sample cost information. Oh, right here. The estimated cost sheet. This will load for you and it's going to break down the total cost. So you'll see the days on site, the actual dates, the minimum credits, and then the program fee, which is $4,220. And then you also have to think about your other costs that you will incur. So that's the in-state tuition or out-of-state tuition, depending on your status, and an estimated total out-of-pocket expense. This is estimated largely because it's going to vary depending on your habits. So some of you might spend a lot of money, some of you might not spend much at all. Most of the meals are going to be covered by the program, and this includes airfare, books, class materials, passport, things like that. So this is the estimated total cost of attendance for the program, and if that's in state, that would be $11,714. But remember, if you were going to be taking these 9 credits in the summer anyways, you'd be paying this tuition regardless of where you're taking these classes. So this is the program fee that you would be paying to participate in this program. Does that all make sense? Okay.
So we may want to then refer to Dr. Nagwa to give us an idea what will happen after students have chosen their courses and they are now arrived in Cairo. And we get from there.
Yes, very good. Of course, a big welcome for them, first of all.
Yeah.
And then we take them by a bus, by air-conditioned bus, to accommodation, which is pretty close to the institute. It's a 10 minutes walk from there to here. And then, as you may know, we explained that it's a hotel that has suites. You know, it's an apartment hotel. So each maybe 3 or 2, depending on their choices, will be in one apartment, and each one will have his or her bedroom, but with a study area or a socializing area. Bathroom, of course, and a kitchen. And the area where the hotel is actually situated is a very nice area. I mean, you had like restaurants, you had coffee shops, and a very green area. Actually, Maadi in general is a very green area, and you will like the area there. And I think the following day or before, I think we will have like a placement test to see, I mean, who will be like beginners Egyptian Arabic, and who will be a little bit intermediate or higher, to be placed in the right proficiency level. Then in the orientation, after the placement test, there will be an orientation session where each one will have a folder with the acceptance letter, of course, with the schedule, with the a pledge for the language, because we will require that they will speak Arabic once they step in, as much as they can, of course. We know it's a crash course, so I mean, they're not advanced in Arabic, but it will help them to improve in a short period, inshallah. And most of the professors will be here, you know, to also introduce themselves to the students, so they don't be surprised by having a professor for the first time to see. So the orientation session will be a nice way to introduce everybody to the faculty who are going to teach. And maybe we'll have some Oriental music to celebrate their arrival. And then the following day, we'll start the classes. And the schedule normally starts like 8:30 in summer normally. In winter, we start at 9. Most probably it will be 8:30. And after a block, maybe 2 hours, you will have a break, and maybe for, you know, just have your breakfast maybe or something. And the area where the institute is situated in the Maadi is really nice area where you have a coffee shop, a restaurant, just go and grab a coffee and a cake or something. Or you can bring your snacks, and we have a big kitchen put in the fridge for your. And we all of us all to prepare lunch for the students in the big break after the second slot of classes, and this will be 5 days per week, you know, not in the weekend, because no weekend is we advise that, you know, on Fridays you have your own walks around the old city to explore and see what's going on, with the help of your teachers, of course, and the map that you'll be having. And we plan to have 3 major trips, you know, on the road to Islamic Cairo and to old Egypt. We call it Masr al-Qadima, or old Egypt, because there was no Cairo then. when we had the synagogues and the big churches of Egypt. So this is the area where we call, where even it is inhabited by Christians more than Muslims, Masr al-Qadima, and then I think the pyramids, of course, and Saqqara and ancient Egyptian antiquities. So these are the main three major trips inside Cairo, or Giza as well, which is very close to Cairo. And then one to Alexandria for sure. And there will be a big, not a long weekend, actually it's the Eid, is the Bayram, is the feast, the Hajj feast of Muslims. So it will be 8th of July, I think, Friday, 8th of July. And we plan an extra for those who are interested to go to Luxor and Aswan. And I think this is a chance to live with the legendary pharaohs of Egypt for 3-4 days. If you register for that and you tell us, so we do this every term, so no problem, but we need to know how many of you will be choosing this. What else? Maybe it is important for the students, actually, or for everybody who will be coming, inshallah, to have, even if they are vaccinated, they need the PCR. We had the experience last summer, actually end of last summer, that a student coming from Utah, and he had the vaccination, perfect, and then went to the airport and we sent the driver to wait for him. And then the authorities there turned him down and said, no, you need the PCR. So this is really important that we pay attention to. One other thing I also would advise, see what Dr. Ayman would say, and Dr. Khalil, that they might start, because Maadi has a lot, like 23 UN organizations. And it has Care International for Development, and it has the USAID, and it has also Save the Children. I mean, you have many international organizations that we would love to start contacting now, if there is a chance, like an internship. So if a student can contact Save the Children or the USAID and say, summer from such and such dates, such and such, and I would like to participate, then we can write a recommendation letter to him or to her to support, or Ayman would help in this as well. And we are doing not only theoretical studies in the classes, but we will be doing actually the based course, right? I mean, you do the internship and come report to the class. Other helping the refugees and several, I mean, you name it. I mean, they're all here in Maadi. You need to Google those organizations in Maadi to start contacting them, to be ready when you come to serve, like maybe 2, 3, 5 hours per week. This will be good participation in the community. I don't think I have, unless you have questions, I can, I will be very happy to reply to your questions. Any questions from the students?
Thank you, Dr. Nagar. This is helpful. Just to there has been just a little cutting, so I'm just making sure that everyone gets the message. So the most important message here was talking about the possibility of internships, that you can contact this organization and
Right.
take advantage of this opportunity. We talked about housing. Housing is in a hotel suite. Okay, and the means.
Maybe we didn't talk, Dr. Ayman, about the trip to downtown Cairo. The trip to downtown Cairo is 25 minutes by metro. It is all very, very efficient and good. And it's a walking distance from the hotel or from the institute. But the trip from Maadi to downtown Cairo is 25 minutes. And for £5 ticket or something, not expensive at all. And of course, you can also download Uber application, and you can and you live your life in Egypt. Uber is very easy and very handy and very safe. Very safe. This is very important for us with the students. It is recorded, you have the telephone number, you have the website, and we can be very relaxed when they use the Uber application.
Okay. Okay. Like, I wonder if Hailee, can you just elaborate more on what happens after application, if the application is complete, if they have a complete application on,
of course.
yeah.
So once you have a complete application, it will either be accepted in the system or waitlisted or something else. And you receive a notification from the Education Abroad portal itself on a release date for when we choose to send out the responses for who is accepted and who wasn't. After you submit your application, there's nothing else you need to do except for wait in this, like, at least for just your application. You can obviously still apply for outside scholarships, which I suggest you do. And like Ayman was saying prior, it's really important to talk to your advisor about the courses that are offered, because of course you're going to get the credit, but we want to make sure that it's going to count towards your degree requirements, so that you can all, make use of this and graduate on time. Are there any questions about the system for applying? Is anyone confused about anything? I'm looking right now. I see one is, completely submitted. It's in review, and there's a couple that are incomplete. So once you complete it and you just submit your application, like I said, there's really nothing else you need to do except for wait for an answer. It should be pretty straightforward, but I do want to reiterate the fact that you would pay a $100 application fee and then a $200 commitment fee. Application fee, like I said, is completely refundable. $200 application fee is not, and then they're both counted towards your program fee. Let's see if there's really not that anything else regarding the system for applying. How long does it take to receive a response on the application? Aline, that's a great question. So for each program, it's going to be different. I can check for this program what we decided real quick. 1 second. All right, so it's probably going to change. We had a decision release date. It looks like a week or two from now, but that can always change. And then I would recommend reaching out directly to Ayman, Dr. Mohamed, for specific questions about your application. Oh, thank you.